What's up, Bonnie? It's good to see you. I don't know if it's just me, but I feel like it's been a while. Good morning, Amy. All right. Good morning, everybody. So glad you guys are here. Let's get those video on. I actually don't have my slideshow for today. We actually did a slightly impromptu one that we're going to be doing today because I wanted you guys to have something really cool to do for Christmas. And I realized you need to get to work on it now. Um, yeah, all the way before even Halloween, you need to get to work on what you're going to be doing to put anybody see my copy that I wrote, closings under the Christmas tree? Anybody like those? So let's get those videos on. Larissa, TJ, who else I call out? Giela, Gilia, Gilia. You tell me in the chat if I'm saying that right. And hello, hello. Let's get those. Jackie, what's up? There you are. Hello. Good morning. So glad you're here. Oh, Julia, do you think? Oh, that seems that Bonnie, that makes way more sense. My brain was telling me something else. Janine made it. I'm glad you're here. Well, let me unmute you. There we go.
Good morning.
Yeah, we were just chatting. Um, we're just telling them that we kind of said, you know what? Let's do this thing because we need time to get this done before Christmas. And so you got to start on it way in advance.
Way in advance. And I did send you a message. My office admin pulled me aside. She's like, we're gonna have a building fire drill. So a surprise one, by the way. So this little thing right there. Yes, I know. I'm hoping it'll be close to 10, but I have to leave the building.
It's all right. This will be a memorable call if we get to witness the surprise.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
we'll be quick to mute you. All right, guys. Icebreaker question before we jump right in because we still got a minute or two as people are coming in. So, icebreaker question is: what are you doing for your clients and leads for Christmas? What's your plan? I want to know. Drop it in the chat. Some of you might have one, so it's a sincere question. Some of you don't, and that's okay. That's kind of why we're doing the call today. We're going to give you something really awesome to do. Oh, Julia. So is Julia. Okay. I was overthinking it. I was overthinking it. I made it way too complex trying to say your name. Bonnie nailed it. Bonnie's like, whoa, it's just Julia, Robert. Chill out. All right. I see you guys typing. I'm curious to see who has Christmas plans. I'll list some of the ones that are very common, typically for bigger agents. So agents who have money, right? They've got money. Santa Claus is a big one, very, very big one. If you're doing usually around 30 to 40 deals, you hit the Santa Claus level where you're booking Santa Claus and past clients are coming. I have seen Christmas cookies, people delivering Christmas cookies to their past clients, or really anyone they have an address for. I've seen that. Let's see, what's some other ones that I have seen? I'm trying to obviously Christmas cards, that's a given. I did Christmas cards. Um, and people have really liked Christmas cards. That was super awesome to see. The one that I've personally done that was most successful, and when I say successful in context of what I was trying to do, it was them remembering me. That's for me what I was trying to accomplish. So I did ornaments. I made custom ornaments that were super funny, very funny and relevant to a big event that happened that year in the world. Um, right? So I think during COVID, it said Merry X mask, and it was an ornament with a mask, and people just laugh. You love it, you hate it, but people just laugh. Um, right? I think in 2020, something about toilet paper. um, I don't remember what it was, but remember how we had all the people buying up toilet paper and we were making all the jokes about it being like the next gold, and so we had some fun there. Oh, a couple in the chat. Okay, I'm excited. Okay, let's see. Bonnie, Popeyes and video messages along with Christmas card. Love it, love it. Jackie dropping off gift wrapped and ornaments. Nice, nice. I like it. Uh, Popeyes with Christmas treats. There we go. And X's cards. TP hoarders, Bonnie, or TP hoarder now. I mean, it was pretty surreal. It was pretty crazy to go to Costco and then like have people standing at toilet paper to make sure people weren't taking extra. And I was like, yeah, we would not survive an apocalypse as humanity. Nope, we'd be dead so fast. We'd be out of here, man. Julia says wine. That's a great one. People love their wine. All right. So listen, these are all great ideas, but one thing that's important with any idea is at the end of the day, it's great to be remembered, it's great to engage, it's great to have a fun time. But one thing that we tend to do is we have good ideas that don't deliver results. And what's the result we ultimately look for in our business? A sale. That's the truth, right? That is, we run a business. We tend to make money. That's right. Christmas will definitely feel skimpy if you're not turning around and making money. So there's a balance. And part of what I love that Janine does with her balance in she brings so much personality and fun, but there is a mission here. I'm going to drive a home sale. So you're going to love me. And because you love and engage with me so much, and I am intentional, you are going to be listing your home with me. No choices. This is going to happen. So that's what Janine and I were talking about. We were thinking of a bunch of different ideas, and she suggested let's talk about some Christmas stuff so that people have time to get ready to do some really cool stuff. So I didn't have time to make a slideshow or anything. So we're going to kind of just let Janine, I'm going to let you, I'll ask
Screen share? You're gonna
questions.
let me screen share? I brought you lots of things to look at. So,
Oh, yes, yes. It's already Christmas now.
all right. Well, everybody
Let me
ready?
give
Good morning,
you
everybody.
permission.
So, for those of you that don't know me, my name is Janine Sasso. I am a licensed agent in the state of Illinois. I am a licensed instructor in the state of Illinois. I am known as the hyperlocal agent, and I like postcards. A lot of postcards. I sent about 70,000 postcards. I think this year we might come close to about 100,000 postcards as an individual agent. Yes, I like postcards. I hate door knocking. I hate phone calls. I'm an introvert. And you probably will be like, no way, she's an introvert. She's talking up a storm because this is my level of genius. I can talk about postcards and real estate all day long. So for those of you that are like ready for the holidays, but you'll be busy, might that be with your own kids? Might that be with your grandkids? Might that be with your friends and things that you do? I mean, life is busy for all of us, especially during the holidays. And people tend to forget that we as real estate agents have a life and we got into real estate for freedom and not 24/7 hustle, right? So for those of you that are here for all of that for the holidays, welcome. Um, I'm a very lazy agent. I'm going to be straight up honest. I like systems, I like processes, and I like set it and forget it. Okay. My struggle with set it and forget it is that it never really seems to be set it and forget it.
Mhm.
So really finding something that's like, okay, I can do it, was a big deal for me. I have two small kids, so I'm as busy as any mom during the fall and holiday season, right? Cramming all the things in. And I want to start out with these two little ones. So what you see here, and I'm sorry for the overhead light glare, it's terrible office lighting. This one here was my Christmas card last year. Okay. And you guys already hinted on Christmas cards. Now, one of the things I think that people don't realize is there's not a lot of Christmas cards hitting mailboxes. Think back about last Christmas. You probably had a whole lot less. And I'm talking a whole lot less. Why? Postcard stamps itself were pretty pricey, right? And people are still feeling that affordability squeeze. What
Mhm.
happens with them after we're done? I mean, yes, there's the occasional, oh, I'm going to put it in my Christmas box and I'll get it out every year. But for the majority of people, they're going straight in the trash. Well, not straight, after Christmas, right? After Christmas, you take all the Christmas decor down and these get pitched. Um, this one came back, by the way, from Germany. I did send it to my German family. So, but anyhow, the Christmas card itself is a standout piece on its own at this point because nobody really does them. And we have here what this one is a postcard. It's a 4x6 postcard. So when I look at Christmas cards, I always think, okay, what can I do that is fairly affordable, that still has the same amount of impact, and this is it. It's a postcard. Okay. So we just repurposed the postcard. The postcard size, it's a 4x6, so I don't send the big ones, just for comparison. The big one, let's see if I can see it. Okay, so four by
Okay.
six.
The smaller ones. Nice.
Yes,
Easy.
it is easy. It doesn't come in an envelope, and it still has the impact of, oh, this was nice, right? And yes, this is me in an elf costume. We'll talk about the reason why too. So, and yes, it's Santa. This is when I hit my 30 to 40 deal
That's
Santa
right.
status. I didn't know this was a thing, but I guess it makes sense.
It
So,
really is a thing. It really is a thing.
yeah, I mean, Santa isn't free, but I'll tell you what I did before I hit my 30 to 40 deal Santa status. Um, but don't underestimate what can happen when you are one of the very few that's still showing up in the mailbox. Okay. So that is one of
Let
the
me
things.
pause you there because I have a couple questions
Sure.
asking on behalf of the group as well. Um, does it does it matter the picture or does it just need to be Christmas themed? Like what if you don't have cute kids and maybe you're not even married, maybe it's just you. Do you think that still some sort of Christmas themed picture is still going to be okay?
So this one in general, I think it's a personality builder, right? I mean, we're not sending this out as a business, like look at all the houses I sold. I got a postcard for that. The impact you're making here is, hey, I'm a person. Like you can relate to me. And if it's just you, right? Then there's something about you that they should probably know. Maybe it's you and a giant glass of wine. I'm not judging, okay? Maybe it's you and your 10 cats. That'll make for a great picture too,
That's fair. I like it. Okay.
right? I
So
mean,
just show
and
personality is what you're saying.
it
Don't
is
make
a
it
personality.
business.
If there's people on here not celebrating Christmas, turn this into a new year, okay? New
There
year,
we
new
go.
you, no, same, still same me, right? But maybe it's a new you.
And then on the back, do you do anything because it looks like you use the auto font, like the handwriting font, is that right?
No, actually, I didn't on the
Oh
back.
no, okay.
So the back here, enjoy a little video message from me to you. Let me see if I can get it open.
Oh, so you have a next step for them even on those. I like that. I really like that.
There is a next one. I don't know if I can scan this one though. Let's see. Because it came back through the mail so many times.
Oh, and it might have ripped it off.
Oh, no, I got it.
Awesome.
And it goes to YouTube. So I'll show you where I let them. It is literally 10 seconds. Let's see if I can bring it over to my computer.
I like the link.
Yeah, I can put the link in the chat if you want.
Then people can check it out.
Yeah, I mean, it's 10 seconds, so I put a whole lot of effort into that.
I mean, so I love what you're saying too, because like you're saying, just show up and be there. And I think that's really, really powerful because people are showing up, in my opinion, people are showing up significantly less. And I think that that's going to be the trend that we're going to see.
Yep. All right, I'm gonna screen share it just so
Okay. We'll see
everybody
how it
can see it.
works.
I'll make it bigger too.
We wish you a Merry Christmas.
And a Happy New Year.
2025. Frohe Weihnachten und einen guten Rutsch ins neue Jahr.
All right, you see how much effort I put into this. I think we did record it 3 times. So this was my entire family. Again, personal brand, right? It's hey, that's me. I got 2 kids. This is my house. There's my Christmas tree in the back. And the last gibberish that probably some of you understood and some of you didn't. I am bilingual. I am fluent in German and in English. So since it went also to my German family, yes, I do run my family cards through my business. It also went to them, and it was my way of saying Merry Christmas to my German family. Okay. And all my clients know that. So it's not a surprise, really, where they're like, oh my gosh.
So, what I'm recapping for just the card by itself is use postcards. Don't overcomplicate it. Don't over spend on it. Just use the postcards. Have the front have the Bonnie have the front of the card be personable. Let it share something about you. Maybe it's something you are really passionate about. Maybe it's something goofy, but just show some personality. Don't make it business. Don't use your headshot. Don't use the stereotypical arms over here, across the chest. Like, just show some personality. If you've got dogs, cats, kids, spouses, bring them in and just make it a moment. And then on the back, have it lead to the actual personal greeting that everybody can see. It's generic enough that it can be used for everyone that you send it to.
Okay. So this one goes to my past clients. I will also send this one to my seller pipeline. I'm assuming you guys have a seller pipeline. Okay. Why do I send it to my seller pipeline? Because I want to build the human connection of, oh, that was nice. That was different. And it's also the conversation starter for 2026 or next year, whenever. Okay.
I love it.
So just since we started with Christmas card. Now, I think the holiday season starts way before Christmas. But since we were on the topic, let's start there. We're in October. We talked a little bit about, do we want to do something for Halloween? The problem with that is that if I tell you something about Halloween, you have 3 weeks to get it up and running and you will feel behind. Hence, we decided we're going to take the holiday on it. So November, December, and January are really kind of like the 3 months I want to focus in on. You already saw a Christmas card to my past clients. Question is, what do I do with events in December? So I'm going to jump around a little bit, but I'll try to stick to 1 month at a time. So we might go back to November afterwards. This one here is what I've sent to my farm. My Santa stage, okay?
That's right.
Before that, we did a letters from the North Pole. So it's a very easy way. And I'll tell you why I do it with my farm. The reason that you are looking at farm, like for me, it's farming, right? Getting listings. That's how I get about 90% of my listings are coming from my farm. And when I look at listings, it's always a matter of who is living in my farm, right? Oftentimes it's family moving in. But I also have a lot of grandparents moving out, but they're connected with their grandchildren, right? So it's a big children-focused community I live in. So the letter to Santa started out with hunt down a mailbox in our neighborhood and put your letter to Santa in. Please make sure that you do have filled out the form, which we put right on the mailbox. It's a QR code, leads to it leads to our CRM page, but you could use a Google form. leads to a Google form, right? Some sort of lead capture, and says, hey, make sure you fill out this form, because just in case the letter you just put in the mailbox gets lost, Santa will still write back because you filled out this form. Okay. That's my way of making sure I get the information.
Right.
To collect these forms, we do send out a letter to Santa to the children. So that's what started it. Last year, we did hire Santa to see how it would go. And we did free pictures with Santa plus ornament making. It was a lot of fun. And we had a ton of people obviously came to this event with little ones. So I list built with it. I figured out who are the families in my neighborhood that might have smaller kids. Okay, segmenting our list with it. And it was a great event for people to come, to talk, right? To get my face out there with them. And guess what the conversation was? Oh, we're actually thinking about upsizing next year. Oh, really? That's nice. Oh, actually, my mother is looking to move closer next year. She's currently out of state. That's amazing. Okay. It's not always a matter of, let's talk real estate. It's a matter of when can you create this belly to belly moment with people. You've all seen the funnel, right? People need to know you, they need to like you, they need to trust you. This hasn't changed. It's the same sales funnel that we talk about. Thank you, Bonnie. And when you look at that sales funnel, what can you do? And in our world, get to, know you. That's this. I get to know people, or people get to know me when they see my postcards.
Mm-hmm.
Then they get to like me. We use email a lot, email marketing, talking about people, and everything I do is scalable. Like I don't do a lot of one-on-ones for anything. And then we got people need to trust us. Okay. And then in the world of catfish agents, I mean, I could talk to an agent online and think it's the greatest agent on the planet because they have ChatGPT answering all my questions. I get face to face with them and they are just like, seriously? Like, you're not the same person, right? Catfished on the internet. Anybody ever had that happen?
Catfish agent. That's so good. I want to
So,
do a video about that.
it truly is, right? So it's like you need to have a certain level of human interaction. And a lot of you guys here probably have thought about, man, if I don't keep up with the AI, I mean, AI is all we hear about, right? But the component that's missing is if you are not capable of having a conversation, right, with the actual person, because we still have to sit with them, we still have to talk to them as a real person, right? You're going to not get the sale because people can see through that. People need to feel confident from A to Z, not from A to D, right? So the in-person appointment, I don't see that going away either with AI. And if that is not matching what was all on the front end, I really think we're going to start having some classes on personality training because people are going to be, I mean, I see it with my children. They're just looking at at people and it's like, you have to be aware of the other person. Awareness is a big, big thing of what we as salespeople bring, good salespeople, right?
Let me
So,
pause you there because I actually want to
sure.
say something because it was very powerful what you're saying and it's so timely. So ChatGPT just released an integration with Zillow, and it just came out. And what that means is that if you believe that the value you bring to people is your auto search, is your ability to do a price check, um, I think what we're seeing more and more is the greatest value. Yes, there's going to be hidden stuff that you do on the admin side, negotiation side, but one of the biggest things that you're going to be able to do is just connect with someone and make them feel safe and secure about what they're doing. We're seeing that when it comes to doctors, more and more people are going to ChatGPT first and then going to the doctor to confirm that what they researched is correct because they still trust a human as the ultimate source, but they don't trust themselves to make the decision along with ChatGPT. So people are probably going to go more and more of taking the initial phase of home searching on their own. I think we're going to see a trend where even auto searches may start to dissipate because AI is invading everything. Love the word or hate the word. It's not meant in a negative way, but it is taking over many things. So you have to find, like what Janine is saying, you have to find where you bring that value that makes people say, yeah, but I need to still work with this person. And it can't be your auto search. That can't be it. You have to build that relationship because they do still need that. They still need to know that you're there for them, and you're going to make sure that ChatGPT didn't just hallucinate. You're going to make sure that what they're reading on the numbers is correct. You're going to be their safety net and their guide through a lot of the things that they're trying to do. So I just want to emphasize that because a lot of people are like, there's no way ChatGPT is going to do this. And I'm like, they just integrated with Zillow. Zillow's going to, it's already talking about the changes that are happening. And we've been talking before ChatGPT that more and more people are going online by themselves and they're starting to look themselves. They're starting to check out things. So this personality driven relationship I think is so imperative, and that's one of the things I love about what you do, Janine. I mean, notice in the chat, guys, even Bonnie saying Janine is adorable. What does that mean? It means that she's even expressing her personality with you. She's not coming here as a robot. She's coming here as your peer and saying, hey guys, this is what I'm doing. Let's go build together. Let's go grow together. And you're feeling it. You're saying, man, I just like her. I just like her. I just want to be around her. That's the vibe you got to give.
All right, so back to that and back to the whole AI and how we got sidetracked because, you know, it happens to all of us. But this is implementation. I can build out an entire thing, right? I can get the hypothetics from Zillow of what should I list my house at. It doesn't matter, but it's implementation. Without implementation, there's nothing. And that is one part that ChatGPT can't do yet. So this one here, easy enough, right? Campaign build out, go to ChatGPT and ask it to build out the campaign, right? Start to finish. Lead capture, always be on there. I use it to definitely make sure I segment my market. Why do I want to make sure I segment my market? Because I do have follow-up campaigns such as the pictures with the Easter Bunny. So I invite them to my next event, right? And I piggyback off. And it's one of those things where when families do get too cramped, they need to upsize, right? Or if families do have family members coming in, or if family members have somebody losing their job and they can no longer stay within the area. Okay, those are really, really hard conversations. I'm the agent that is not buddy-buddy with my neighbors. I'm the agent that is there to work, okay? I oftentimes have agents that are very involved in their neighborhoods and what they do, and it almost feels like they want to be friends. I will not hire a friend if my husband just lost their job and I'm embarrassed and I don't know how to tell them I don't think I can pay my mortgage or I'm 5 months behind on my mortgage. Those are hard conversations. You need to be a really, really good friend to have that conversation. And if you're very, very involved in the neighborhood and you talk to everybody and you know everything going on, and you're maybe perceived as that gossipy person, maybe not because you gossip, but because you talk to a lot of people, people might pull back from that as well. Okay, so it's a really fine line when you look at these types of things. Again, I'm there for a reason. I'm there for business. I am there to build relationships, but I'm not the, you know, the buddy agent that is known by everybody in the neighborhood. I am known by everybody in the neighborhood, but not for ways of, you know, oh yeah, she's always at the book club. She's always at the gathering here. She's always at this. It's like, no, I show up for the community. I show up for business. And then I'm out. Again, I'm an introvert. I like to read. I like to be home. I don't want to be bothered by people. So it works out great. This event can be scaffolded, okay? It is a great event for leads to come and actually check you out in person. See it like an open house, right? Why do we do open houses? The neighbors walk in and be like, hey, I just actually thought about selling my house. These events are very, very similar. Piggyback your past clients off of it, and you have a great way to combine holidays, to-do list, and business, right? That's the ultimate goal, is how can I bring everything under one head? Because I'm gonna go see Santa anyhow for my kids. This year I just made it a whole lot easier and got to be first in line, right?
That's the real reason. I
that is
just want to be
Christmas.
first in line.
Somebody said gift wrapping. They drop off gift wrapping things. And I'm assuming that is for past clients. I have a struggle with the pop-bys in general. They're very time consuming. So when I look at pop-bys, so if I don't talk about pop-bys, this is why. It's just a time constraint for me. I run multiple businesses. I just don't have the time. But if you look at the Christmas gift wrap, I love the concept. Now, if I look at it from a, listing activity, for example, inside my farm, I could be like, hey, we have a Christmas gift wrapping service we're offering for residents this year. So people with arthritis, who's our number one seller segment? It's people 60 plus. They are commanding the listing. Their hands don't work like our hands do. Okay. So if you're looking at stuff like gift wrapping, or you were one of the crazy people that bought out the store at 10 cents a roll. Yes, I've seen the pictures online last year. It was crazy. But if you have an entire basement full of gift wrapping and you're drowning in it, it's time to get rid of it, right? A great way to do that is that neighborhood gift wrapping, 55 plus and older. Maybe if you want to get into something like that, because they buy for their
Wow. That's
grandkids,
cool.
right? And just offer them, hey, we will wrap 10 gifts for you for free. We do have the gift wrapping paper. You just fill up a basket, we'll come by, we'll do it at your house, right? You can invite yourself in if you want to. Get in conversations. Oh my gosh, this is so cute. Where'd you get it? Oh yeah, how old are your grandkids? That's awesome. Where do they live? Cool. How long have you been here? That's amazing. I've shown a couple houses down the street actually. Here you go. Is there anything else I can help you with? Okay. It's an easy way for you to get into conversations. If you have, I don't know, if you have gift wrapping left over, maybe consider doing those. Okay.
That's pretty cool. That's a fun idea, and it's a need that people genuinely do have. Um, wow,
It's a
that's pretty
need,
fun.
right? That's a big one. It's a need.
Yeah.
How many of you have thought about what do people actually need, right? I know we always talk about what do we need? We need listings, but what do people need? And when you have,
Hmm.
I need to not stand in line at the mall for 2 hours to listen to the crazy person behind me. That's what I need, right? I'm the mom. I need to have an easy way to squeeze that into my schedule because
Mm.
holidays are busy and I have other things I want to do or not do, and I just want to stay in my pajamas and not wrestle my kids into decent clothes, right? So there is a need that we're trying to fill with anything we do over the holidays. Let's switch to Thanksgiving, and I'm sorry I'm going fast. I just really don't want that fire alarm to go off. Thanksgiving. I have two for you for Thanksgiving. This one here is one, past clients. For those of you that are pumpkin pie people, I have nothing against you. I want to say that, but I don't do pumpkin pies. I think pumpkin pie is disgusting. I can't give disgusting things away. Yes, I outed myself. I'm an apple pie person. It's the German in me. Apple strudel, right? All of the good stuff. This one here, I'm not going to take credit for it. The design we did on our own, but we did find it like a game style somewhere, and I thought this was great. This makes you become part of a conversation because I refuse to be eaten. I don't know what it is, but I don't like to be eaten. I don't like my label to be on a pie that then goes in the trash. I don't want to be eaten. It's just in my head. I don't know why. But this one here is a great one for your past clients to just really help them connect. How many of you have seen people struggling to connect, to talk, to be with each other? Seems to be a lost art, right? Having face-to-face conversations, looking people in the eyes, right? It's all skills that are so, so important. And I'm a big believer in communication. I think words, I mean, we know historically, and we are living it right now, that words can be one of the most powerful and destructive things at the same time. If you command words right, you can wield all the power. So this one here is a matter of letting people again communicate, letting people have conversations, right? Not just sitting on your phone scrolling to see who has a funnier Thanksgiving meme that they can show you on your phone, but conversation.
Mm.
And it's a easy one to send out again, postcard. Okay. This one here came back. She moved. Went to my past clients. Okay. Easy one to do. There's a second component to Thanksgiving that I do want to show you. It's on my computer though, so I'm going to share that with you. Let's see. Let me see if I can screen share it. Find it and then screen share it.
And Janine, you know what we should do? We should drop the link because lots of people always ask about your designs. We should drop a link to where you have them on your website, and the packages and stuff. That way, just in case the fire alarm goes off, I'm not like trying to remember where to
We
send
do
them.
have some bundles. I don't know if this one is in that bundle, but we do have farming bundles on our website, which is what you're referring to, I think, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So the hyperlocalagent.com is where I'm like, I think I lost my
Localagent.com.
the hyperlocalagent.com.
The
Yes.
hyperlocalagent.com. Okay.
You know when you have like your slides ready to go and then you're like looking for it and then it's gone.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? It was a YouTube video. That's what happened with it. Okay. Found it. Now I lost your screen. Let's see. There you are. Okay. I'm like a 200 tab open kind of person. So if anybody can relate, that's the struggle. All right. So this one here is what I am sending to my farm. Okay. The concept behind November being like, hey, let's save some money because, you know, Black Friday is coming up and we all want to go spending like crazy because for some reason it seems to be the only day that there's deals, which is not true, but mentality wise, we are wired for that. So this one here is a postcard that is clearly a real estate purpose. For us, I'm in the Chicagoland area. I might have my last hurrah for pictures before there's snow on the ground. So for those of them saying, you know what, yes, we actually do need to sell our house next year, or we're thinking about it, it's like the very last push of urgency of like, hey, by the way, you may want to get pictures of your house taken before everything gets snow covered and white and looks blah. Okay. The coupons on the site, it's just in generally things that we are doing for our listings. How many of you take professional photos? It's a coupon, right?
Mm-hmm.
How many of you are going through the house advising them how to make things look? Move this, do that. There's your 1 hour staging consultation. How many of you are using an app like Showing Time to schedule showings? Showing scheduling app included. Okay. Floor plans. If you're doing floor plans anyhow, put it on there. If you're doing drone photos anyhow, put it on there. Home value. If you're doing it for sale and rental, put it on there, right? So it's an easy one to send to the neighborhood with the clear purpose of your planning starts now. Because I know you're not going to have me over for Thanksgiving. I know you're not going to have me in your house in December, right? I know you're going to be on hold. And that's, I guess, the second component. Just be aware that you may have less activity on it as you send them in November and December. I always do. Because people are busy. But they are noticing and they're saving. Because if they're not having a conversation in November, they're like, oh, too late, forgot. And they're like, oh, now it's December, not good, right? But then changing gears when the next one arrives, which then is January, they remember. And January is nothing crazy, nothing special, right? We do send a statistic mailer out as well in January. So January is typically busy. This calendar gets sent out in December still, so they have it on the fridge, right? And it's an easy way for them to stay in front. This is like 12 months of marketing. This is a calendar that I will do every single year. And I've been licensed since 2015. I started in 16. A calendar I did pretty early on. I think I'm at 5, 6, 7 years straight in a calendar. And I always tell people, if I do something for more than a year or two, you probably want to do it too. There's a reason that like this marketing, I just took a listing, what is it, October? Because I sent them one last December, 10 months later. This is my longest longevity piece that I sent.
Hmm.
Oh, if you haven't sent a calendar, calendars again are great. And I don't change it. Like I don't have to sit there and come up with something, oh, what else do I want to do? Like farming, for me, it's farming. It's very consistent. I don't have to think about it. I try new things, and there's things that work great. We'll talk about them maybe another time, right? And then there's things I try and they're like, oh, I don't like that. So there's just a couple ones there. All right. Sorry, I'm scrolling through comments. Just want to make sure. I saw there was a bunch of them pop up. If I get a card back, if I get a card back for my SOI, like this one, doesn't happen often, okay? This one came back and it was a landlord who I helped with a rental. I didn't update her card. I hate doing rentals. Um, there was that. And the relationship was not quite there. But in general, most cases, I don't get cards back. Why? Because it's my SOI, right? Like we talked a lot about SOI mailings. If you get a card back from your SOI and they're no longer there, where the heck have you been? Sorry, not sorry. You should know where your people are, right? I mean, I had a tenant and I helped him rent something and he said, hey, Janine, I'm looking to move into the city. I don't do city business. And I updated his address, but he came to me first, right? Like that's the relationship at the end of it. So that's a big one. The QR code on most all of them lead to an instant home evaluation, okay? And it's a pretty clear call to action all the time. Want to know your updated home value for 2025. Want to know your home value heading into 2026. Why is it it's the number one call to action, okay? People don't come to you asking like, hey, what color should I paint my walls if they want to sell next month? They've already done that 2 years ago. What they're asking, the number one question, how much can I get? How's the market? How's the market? Because that will determine how much I can get. Because even the how much or how is the market question is just a fake question for, is it a seller market, a buyer market? And how am I going to do financially based on the market we're in? So it goes back to the same thing. How's the market? How much can I get for my house? They don't care how the market is. They just need to know, is the market in favor of me or not? Because I want to know how much I can get.
Yeah.
Right? So pretty straightforward on that one. I do have one more I want to at least hint on because some of you are in relocation markets. I don't know if anybody is in a relocation market. I just have typically people who are like, yeah, they move, right? Relocation is a big deal. Beginning of the year, people move around. Anybody know what that is? Military bases here. There you go. Okay.
Mhm.
If I show it to you this way, anybody know what that is? Oh, upside down.
Deep dish local scoop. All right.
Nobody reads books anymore. Come on, people.
Oh, wait, was there an actual question in there?
It was an actual question. Yeah.
Oh,
Marks. There you go. Thanks, Bonnie.
I
But
thought we were like the location. I'm like, I honestly don't know that
it
building.
says Chicago on there.
Well, I know it's Chicago. I don't know the building.
Oh, that's a Chicago theater. So, but anyhow, when you're looking at agent to agent marketing, okay, military agent to military agent, for example, if you have other ones, staying in touch with that agent to refer you might be a good idea. So the next time you're at a conference, right, instead of handing out your business card that everybody throws in the trash anyhow, because I don't want to hold on to business cards, why don't you say, hey, can I just send you, I'll send you a bookmark This way you know exactly where. This way you have also my contact information on the back, and it doubles as something that is somewhat useful. So let's see, trying to read it without.
I love it.
I think I have it. When you want to make sure you are in good hands, you refer locally. I'm excited to guide your clients home. Very simple, very straightforward.
I love it.
And this one I think led to, let's see, it should be leading to your link tree. Oh, we have a link tree on ours, but so for me, it leads to my real estate link tree. It's part of our website. So this way they can just go straight there and it's good to go. Okay. But that's one of the ones I wanted to at least show you in case you are doing referral business of what's possible over the holidays. I know I overloaded you today with November, December. I actually have more for December. I mean, I can show you more if that's what you want. But there's been a
Maybe
lot
we'll
of
bring you
ideas.
back in early November too and let you show some more.
Yeah, I'll show you one more for December. For those of you that are networkers, anybody here is a networker with local businesses. This was one that we added into our Picture with Santa campaign. And we created an exclusive holiday coupon book for the local businesses. So I simply asked, hey, I didn't charge them for the coupon book. I just printed it on cardstock at my office and we handed those out. But we asked a couple of businesses, hey, do you want to just offer them a coupon for the upcoming year to do business with your business, right? The goal was pretty simple. The goal was simply for them to tell people to come to my event. So now I create an army of ambassadors, if you will, sending their clientele to my event, growing my database exponentially. You have to
That's
train
pretty
people
cool.
to do it. Yeah, it's I wish it was easier. I mean, not everybody is a natural, hey, go there, right? They just say like, yeah, I'll advertise, it's free, great. They need to take an active role in it. But if you're part of a BNI network, or people that just understand the concept a little bit better, right? That is a great way to do the networking aspect. And then you can make it exclusive. Hey, this is not something you can get unless you show up. I've had people literally just stopping in to grab one of those at the event. They weren't there for pictures. And I was okay with that, right? They were there
Yeah.
to put the Peppo's Pets coupon for it or the dance studio coupon for it. They've already taken pictures, but they were there to grab that. So if you're looking at a next layer, a next thing, right? A lot of different things there. All right, no fire drill so far, Robert. We're doing
I
good.
know. I'm so surprised. I've been dropping your link in the chat periodically so that people know where to go just in case the fire alarm went off. There's a couple more questions. Cynthia says, do you do any sports team game dates and calendars?
I used to send out, I think I sent them out twice. I do what aligns with me. Soccer aligns with me. I'm European, I'm sorry. Football and baseball is just not up my wheelhouse. I don't know. I find your games last very, very long. And there's a lot of intermissions, and I really can't get into it. I really try. I like the food. So, I mean, there's there's that. But yes, if you are a sports person, send these calendars out. Okay. If you are, and we have done some, there's a lot of rules with the sports calendars. So you can't use their logos or their the names of the team. They're all like trademark licensed. I mean, I got an entire lesson on because I like to create my own postcards. I got an entire lesson on NFL do's and don'ts. And yes, crazy, but you can't use team logos, so just maybe use the colors. You can say Detroit versus Bears, I think, or Chicago.
So really
Something
just
like that.
align it with your passions so that it just
Ideally,
reflects who you are. Again, personality. What's your personality? Don't try to be someone you're not. Because then it just kind of sets the wrong expectation. And also, if someone brings it up, you're just not going to have a passionate conversation about this thing because you're not actually that into it.
Right.
Tony asked, who do you order your postcards from? That's a good question.
So fun story on that one. Um, my postcards now come from geoessential.com. Full disclosure, I am the owner of it. So at a certain level of postcards, you start looking for
70,000.
quality and quantity, right? So when I started, I had a mix of every door direct mail. I tried Remine. For those of you that have Remine, you can send postcards out of it. I've tried Express Docs, and all of these were okay, but I always knew in the back of my head I was getting upcharged to keep the lights on for these companies.
Mm-hmm.
You guys know that they have to make money somehow, right? And at a certain point, I'm a big believer in if I can figure out something, I can outspend my competition. And to this day, I
Powerful.
outspent my competition because I figured, okay, if I can just figure out a way how to do it more affordable. So we did in 2023, we created what we call GeoCentral. It is a training platform based on geographic farming and SOI postcards. And that one is now unlimited free printed postcards. All I cover is postage. So I pay it too. I don't have free postcards just because I own it. So this one, it sends with a postcard stamp. Okay, so this one is going to cost me 61 cents to mail out this year. And this one is an 8.5 by 5.5, and it's going to cost me 78 cents. Okay, again, I don't pay for the printing. Nobody pays for printing with our services. I always get asked how's it possible? And yes, we do have a postcard only membership that Robert and I can talk about if you want me to drop the link on that one. But the postcards itself, everybody has a Costco membership in here, I'm assuming. Maybe. Where does Costco make their money? On their membership model, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's the same principle. We are membership based. So our postcard only service, for example, is $47 a month. You really need to mail, right? In order to get your $47 worth of free postcards out of it. And that's how it works. Our heavy users, like myself, we love it. It makes sense. If you're sending postcards once every 2 months or twice a year, right? Your $47 is probably spent better elsewhere a month. You really need to get into the sending part, which really shouldn't be hard because this is how I stay in touch with my SOI. I don't do postcard or I don't do phone calls. I no longer text them other than their birthday and home anniversary, and that's automated as well. But at the end of the day, I told you I'm a lazy agent, right? That's where it comes full circle. Once a month, I hit send on a postcard that goes out, takes me all of 10 minutes instead of 2 hours on the phone. Because as your business grows, you're going to start to realize your client database grows, people you have to communicate with, that grows. And at the end of the day, they're busy. How many of them are going to actually think about their real estate agent, right? How many of them are like, oh, yeah, let me talk to my real estate agent for 20 minutes about how's my family? How's the job? Have you done any remodeling? Do you have any vacations coming up? And by the way, do you know of anybody looking to buy or sell real estate? I think we are evolving past that, right? It's a matter of what do you do? Postcards for me always felt natural because
Mm-hmm.
they never expected a response. And I never felt bad if I didn't respond to it. How many of you have gotten a postcard from somebody on vacation? And you're like, yeah, this is like great. I mean, that was nice. They thought about me, right? But they didn't feel bad for not responding.
Mm-hmm.
How many of you have sent out a text message and then there was no reply from your past client? And you're like, that's weird. Okay, well, maybe they were busy. And then they forgot. So you sent another message and then they didn't respond. And now they want to sell their house. And they're like, man, Robert invited me to 2 events, 5 messages, 3 missed phone calls. I never returned a phone call. I can't call him to sell my house now. Yes, you can. But in their mind, it's like, no, I can't. Robert is like, yes, you can.
Yeah, I love what you said too, because I'm living proof of that as well. As I started scaling so fast, I've had a very successful career in real estate. And the way that the industry was telling me to keep up with people wasn't feasible if I wanted to continue to grow. It cost me time with my children and my wife, and they are way more important than anybody else. And so I wasn't willing to give that up. So I definitely wasn't, I'm nowhere near your level, but I went to postcards and letters so fast because I was like, I can scale this really well. I can really do a good job. And I saw the trend of the decline of personalized mailing. And so I was like, two good things. Other people aren't doing it. So there's a gap. And then the second thing is that I can scale this. Even when I did handwritten cards, that was still, it sounds silly, but I'd still choose handwritten cards, which was very time consuming and it hurt my hand. But guess what? I did it at home with my wife and my kids there. It was worth it to me. I'll take the manual labor of all the mailers and the guides. And listen, there was no Janine that I knew at that time. So I didn't have like a pack. If I could have just bought the packages that you had, Janine, I would have saved so much time. Oh my gosh. I wish I knew you at that time.
Well, and it's all about the layers, right? I mean, again, I know it was a fire hose of things today, without a fire drill so far. But the end of the day is I started with SOI. I started to build the foundation, right, of a lot of these things. And I didn't have big SOI. I didn't have a lot of people. But as it grew, it was easier to just keep sending it out on it. And I just put a link on something in the chat as well. This here, again, is a base layer, I think, because you can't do more without first doing less. Okay? You can't do more without first doing less. If you're looking to add more and more and more and more, you're setting yourself up for failure. So the question always is, what can you leverage off? What can you build a system around that is a non-negotiable, such as staying in touch with your SOI? Okay. This one is an easy one. It's I put the link in. We're releasing it October 28th as part of our in-person conference on geographic farming. So for those of you that are saying, you know what, SOI postcards make sense, I want to learn more, there's a ton of examples in there as well, based on all the frameworks that I use. And it's just an easy way to stay in touch before you start adding more things, right? Because I hope this call was not for you to add more only, unless, of course, you have nothing else in place, and please pick something and start. But for those of you that are already feeling like, I feel a little stretched already, right? I don't know where your production is from anybody on this call. Just keep in mind that you have to figure out where can I do less before you do more.
Mm. So to wrap in the call, people here, lots of cool stuff. What's the one thing that they should walk away with just to get started today? Because there's lots of options, lots of choices, different costs, different timings. What would you say? Hey, just start with this one thing to get you going on this journey.
Start with that one thing, huh? And everybody's going to have a custom personal journey. Start with a piece of paper and looking at your next 3 months. What are you going to do? Right? When it comes to holidays or holiday marketing, looking what's ahead, pay attention to what's happening around you, right? If you go to a store, what are they currently putting on the shelves? You are seeing that they're putting on the shelf right now, Christmas and New Year's already. And that should be your focus. And start putting out all these things in front of you. What am I going to do in November? What am I going to do in December? And what am I going to do in January? Right? And then put a column in the middle if you want. What am I going to do for my past clients? And then what am I going to do for cold leads, if you will, right? If you're not quite there at the cold lead section, I do think you need to have pillars, and that's a conversation for a different day, Robert, I'm sure. But you need to have a game plan, because everything else is just execution. If you wake up and you don't know what's happening in November, you don't have a game plan, right? So get a game plan, make sure it's in front of you, see where your pillars are, your lead pillars, right? Past clients is a lead pillar generally for all of us. If you don't have past clients, you're brand into an area, I'm sure Robert has talked to you somehow where to get leads, right? Look at those people, and there's a fire alarm.
Okay, right at 10. There we go. Perfect.
All right. Thanks for having me. Again, my email is always open. My DMs are always open. Robert, I'll send you the link. And
Yes.
thanks again.
Thanks, Janine.
All right. Bye, everybody.
Bye. Man, right at 10. We got lucky there, guys. Very fortunate. Maybe they heard her talking about it. I hope you guys just drop in the chat what you felt about today, because I've been thinking a lot about you and what you guys need. We're going to be putting links in the newsletter, by the way, so make sure you're signed up for that. If you missed some of the links, you joined late and maybe you wanted to see the replay, make sure you sign up in that newsletter. It's free. We'll send it out on Friday, so you'll just have all those links. Misa, collect all the links we did today to make sure we send them all the links. That way you guys don't have to fish for them. But I really hope it helped you to understand, like, one, some of the best in the world agree. You've got to get more personable because AI is taking away a lot of the simple stuff that we do, like an auto search. AI will probably take that away, but they can't take your relationship to the client away and the way that you make people feel. And so it's really important that you see what Janine's doing. She's getting into their life. She's building relationships. She's building trust, but it has intention, right? And I've talked about this before too. I never call my clients family because I think it sets the wrong expectation. I'm not that guy. I know that that's the trend in our industry. I've had people be like, "You can't say that." And I'm like, "Why?" I They don't need to know the name of my kids. It's not going to hurt my feelings. They just need to know I'm the person that will protect them and their family when it comes to real estate, that will provide what they need. But the point is, be intentional with the way that you're building these relationships and go take action. I'm a huge advocate for postcards. Again, she made a great point. So many of you as kids, I know you remember getting all of the Christmas cards, right? Even for me, it used to be something where we'd have to like find room. Sometimes we put them on the counter and stand them all up, or we tape them to the wall. And then over the years, it just became less and less and less and less. And even some of your direct, really close family doesn't even send you anymore, right? The ones that used to send it to you all the time just doesn't exist anymore. That relationship is missing, but the desire for it is not. Did you guys just hear that? That relationship may be missing, but the desire for it is not. You really think people are like, oh, no, I don't want to be loved and cared for it anymore? No, they want that now more than ever because it's missing. So Janine has a really great balance where she's like, I'm going to be intentional. I want to sell your house, right? But I'm going to do it in a way that makes you feel loved and important. All right. Bonnie, can we get the link to Geo? Yeah, I think so. That's a great question. I know I have it. Let me I have it. Just give me a second and I'll drop that in the chat too. Where did I put it? Janine's stuff is so great. Isn't she awesome? One of my favorites. Because there's lots of people who do mailers, but they're just not as thoughtful and intentional in the way they do them. Like, yeah, I have it. I just got to get it. We'll get it from, I'm going to get it from Janine. Oh, I think I have it right here. Oh yeah. Okay. No, I think yeah. Okay. I do have it. There we go. Drop in the chat. We'll put it in the newsletter as well. So we're going to put it all in the newsletter for you guys. Again, make sure you're there. Teresa, we will talk about probably in another one how to identify a neighborhood, but it's literally your neighborhood or a neighborhood you want to be in. It's kind of a personal preference. What are you trying to break into? What are you trying to do? The mailers crush it. Can you believe she's about to send out 100,000 postcards total this year? She's keeping USPS in business, man. There's a bunch of post office workers who owe their jobs to her. I love it. I love it. All right, guys. I appreciate you all. Go make an impact in community. We'll send you out links, replays, slideshows, everything. Oh, wait, we don't have a slideshow today. We'll send you all the stuff that we did have today, all the links in Friday's newsletter. Obviously, get in the Facebook group and go be blessed. Okay. All right. Bye, everybody.